Hi, Stan Becker, songs April 15th, Market Street. I guess I shouldn't have brought my cane for this particular assignment. We've been talking about Carl, C-A-R-L, Carl, having difficulties. I got some bad extremely life-shortening medical news from an objective analysis, but I'm going to keep on reporting. Spelling Carl Lambert's Crack House, Jack V. Hoffman's Market Street, the illegal rehabs during the lockdown, the Horizon Apartments LLC, most serially violent single address in CD 11 Tracy Park, Venice. You see 150 Park Avenue. I hope you can see it. I don't know how to turn this phone around. Extreme structural problems. The illegal rehabs proliferate. It's the Venice Soledad Ursua cover-up. The HUD fraud. Snapchat princess cover-up. This is Snapchat Market Street. This is new NEUE house. We woke up from that lockdown. They couldn't office building approved. They have to stop make it impossible for people to Snapchat hypergentrification. We covered that in detail. Felicia Adams, Kellen making about 40 or 50 times what extreme low income Social Security, accomplished professional, local for 45 years, Stan Becker makes as he's being killed for years. Here's 72 Market Street, the scene of the first electronic media campaign up in Sinclair in the last century. All these parking spots and the sidewalk and the street taken over by the private developer Jack V. Hoffman, Market Street. See the structural problems, especially with Venice V Hotel, which is sinking hundreds of hours of DWP water trucks. We're right here on Speedway from Venice V Hotel, Carl Lambert Investments, Donor Class Loyola Marymount, Tracy Park, Puppet Master, partners with Meth Mike Bonin. There's Crack House, Jack V. Hoffman. The pest control is hopefully coming for him. There's his private parking spots, and the little public parking spots that were left on Jack Hoffman Snapchat Street will go into Soledad Ursua's Orinoco Real Estate and her arrival here. Gloria Romero's daughter, HUD fraud, Soledad Ursua. So, when these dilettantes have it all, the illegal rehabs, which cruel in themselves to the workers, and we have films of them like prehistorically taking out foundation stones over 100 years old, the toxic mold and danger of these collapsing buildings. Yo Venice, Mirror Media didn't cover it because BLMLA, Becky Dennison, and Yo Venice, and these people that pretend they're news organizations, are really just owned by Venice.org, Chamber of Commerce poverty pimps. How many millions to rent out the spot to movie companies, church groups, Hotel Irwin, having a fenced off pay wall hot boy dance, telling the international tourists that the gay pickup spot is by our children's skate park, as Hunter Biden was dropped by right here, talk about pedophile sex trap, armed drug addict sex trap. Okay? And that's when Zuckerberg started restricting and banning a non-criminal, multiply battered hate crime victim as the coordinated academia, Felicia Adams Kellum, St. Joseph Center lease partner service provider hired by Cuba, Ghana, Tokyo, Paris with Tracy Park, Mayor Karen Bass, Evan Spiegel Snapchat family, right for you from Market Street. Changed everything. Fentanyl deaths, disappearing apps, teen suicides. It's all been covered. We'll come out with the specifics and the details. There's a lot of easily public accessible information about this. So the environmental, construction, demolition, and infectious biohazards, that's Horizon Apartments LLC. Soledad Ursua has been covering up the violence there and the HUD fraud since 2019. In a detailed email to me, Stan Becker, 45-year resident, now almost 74 years old and dying, for sure, in public. Another murder right on Westminster Avenue for the Venice Neighborhood Council. We'll have another meeting tonight. I'll try not to get attacked and intimidated by the Tracy Park stand down police and Loyola Marymount neophyte staff for millions of dollars. They told us that this building has been abandoned, the cops did. But that was a lie. You want to see my dad, Nazi Poland born, fought World War II in active combat after coming through Ellis Island. See, but I've had my own night of broken glass here. They've disabled my vehicle intentionally, made a legal man legal, so they can sweep me up in the middle of the night. Stan Becker Songs YouTube, 1 million views, cumulatively on 2 channels. Because of my medical situation. Oh, Bank of America, machine gun shootings, both sides, no detectives, no response. You know, it's all controlled. Chief Mike Moore brought out a retirement from $1 million retirement for incredible salaries each and every day to bring the open crack smoking violent bridge house here and sell that to me. I've got personal contact with him that he initiated. That's going to be part of the massive documentation release. It's very triggering to have to review these materials. I don't know what this phone is picking up. This Obama phone doesn't get audio. I have to try to transfer it with my diminishing battery power. Press division. X. Facebook Stan Becker. Facebook Stan Becker Songs. Facebook Horizon Health Action Coalition. Truth Social. GTTR Mockingbird 12. Mockingbird Sings. Stan Becker YouTube channel began what became a almost $1 million. I mean, it should be more than $1 million, but I've been prohibited from even making a listed living, blacklisted by the heavy show business people right on Venice Neighborhood Council. Alik Skukowski, Mick Jagger's personal agent. Helen Stolcher, the Venice Neighborhood Council secretary, is a heavy show business boss. Linda Loxley, I had to shut you down. Even though at Rhino Records in the 80s, it took a small novelty label. So now the premier Warner Brothers label in the world, archival label in the world, Gary Stewart, losing my breath. I was unconscious in the street, bleeding from my head, and went to a hospital, was taken out of town and force drugged and nearly institutionalized again. And the exact protocol that Soledad Ursua herself documented and independently investigated in 2019. So, Roger Mahoney controlled Catholic Charities with Bet Tzedek and Jewish Family Services. We're really mad that Doge has come to town. Soledad, Ursua, slinky little sewer girl, was able to use the crack bona fides of her dishonorable and dishonest years on the Venice Neighborhood Council to get that position, and we'll get her suspended properly. She doesn't represent MAGA Trump. She would have said something for 6 years, and so would have her mommy, Gloria Romero, who went MAGA Trump about 6 weeks before Election Day 2024. Good God Almighty, about a month before Election Day 2020 has characters that explain this. Thank you very much.